Good day, everyone. Today, we are going to learn about migration. Human migration is the movement of people from one place to another with intention of settling permanently or temporarily at a new location. Let us discuss the different types of migration. Billiard ball. One group comes along into a territory inhabited by a group and pushes that group out so that they end up in that territory. The group that gets pushed out goes to a place where there are others living. Then they push them out. This continues each time the original inhabitants are displaced from their land. People continually being pushed like this can be represented by balls of a billiard table, and so this is called billiard ball migration. An example happened in South America when Europeans replaced the first populations that they encountered. They had to go and find a different area to live in. This also happened in the 4th and 5th centuries when the Huns came in and pushed into the Western Roman Empire. It also happened with Jutes and Saxons, and they were pushed out by the Celts. Next, horde. A group of people on the move. They are powerful, and in some cases, they are even larger than the group whose territory they moved into. The smaller groups in that territory would just like to live peacefully and don't want to join in on the warfare. So these smaller groups try to make friends with the larger group. As pressure from this large and nomadic group increases, if this nomadic horde is big enough and strong enough, it collects smaller populations as it goes along. This smaller group ended up joining in and expanding the army. An example was the Huns. They moved west and encountered small tribes. Those tribes eventually joined them because of war and became powerful invaders of Europe. Another example is Genghis Khan. Next, infiltration and fusion. The intruders come in and end up surrounding the original people, and then they fuse together but still do not live like they used to. The people retain their culture and traditions, but they still live among other groups that have different traditions and cultures. An example is New York, where there are several different groups with a variety of cultures and traditions, but they were able to live among each other. More so, clearing the forest. This is when a group of people has moved into forested land and cleared the trees so they can set up an agricultural community. This happened when the soil was suitable for growing things. In some cases, they planted the crops over and over again. After a while, the soil dries up and the healthy plants won't grow anymore. The people would move to another spot and do the same thing of clearing the forest and living there. Lastly, breaking the wall. This referred to settled people who became large societies that came into being as they used their superiority like the Roman Empire. They developed armies in these far-off places, hoping their land would be protected by those armies. Sometimes, they built walls to protect their territory. There came a certain moment with these great empires when the armies from the fringes realized that they had more military power and that they were stronger. And so they broke the walls down and rose up against the empire and conquered the central power. That's all about migration.